Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with our next episode of Professor Builds a Satisfactory. We are finally in Phase 5. We are fully in Phase 5. We did do some setup for the first piece of Phase 5's requirements, which is much more nuclear pasta, so we are collecting a crap ton of copper powder as much as we possibly can. But we're not really going to focus on the Phase 5 components yet. I want to focus on getting the milestones in Tier 9 completed first. So we're doing a lot of that kind of stuff, trying to get the components necessary for that, because those are going to then feed the recipes for Phase 5. But it also means that we'll have all of the most efficient items necessary to deliver on all of that as well. Now, that's going to require some rework, and we're going to get started on a lot of that rework here today, and then take that forward as we move further and further into Phase 5. So let's go ahead and jump back in and keep rolling. Okay, so for those who might have missed the last episode, we moved the space elevator out from over here out to the edge so that we've got a lot more space for this particular facility to expand. We could expand this one if we wanted to, but there's really not a lot of space to do so because of the way that the land is. We did, as I said, also set up copper powder production. We already have copper powder production over at where the aluminum is being done, but we do not have... That was just not going to be enough. In order to get 1,000 nuclear pasta, we're going to need 200,000 copper powder. So I upgraded this particular miner to a Mark III. It's the first Mark III that we've done, and we now have all of the copper powder coming directly out of, feeding out of one constructor directly into a storage unit. Now, that's not all that we're going to do here. This was just a starting point. You can see I tore everything else down. The next thing that we really need to do is increase or improve our aluminum casing production. We already have, so if you look at the milestone, we need fused modular frames, which requires 50 aluminum casing per modular frame. We also have remote control units, which require 32 aluminum casings per remote control unit. So, radio control unit. So we definitely need quite a bit more. What I want to do is set up some production. So, and it'll probably be temporary just to get the radio control units up and running. And then we're probably going to need to figure out how to do radio control units in a fully automated way for an extended period of time. So the first thing that we need to do is take a look, first of all, at radio control units. They need 100, or basically 250 crystal oscillators. I have 100 of them right now. So we are going to need to craft another 150 of those. We are going to need to craft 250 computers in order to get the 250 radio control units. Those I think I already have, plus they're still in production now, so I'm not worried about them. But it's the aluminum casings. 32 per radio control unit, plus 50 per for the fused modular frames. We need a lot more aluminum casings. And although they are producing right now, we can increase the production of that, I think, by a lot. So, I think we need to go ahead and bite the bullet, turn off the aluminum casing production that's running right now, and go ahead and upgrade that and move it all closer to where the bauxite is coming down to, because we're already carrying the aluminum casings back and forth anyway. In addition, at some point, we could set up drones. At the moment, I don't think it's worth it, but in the future, it might. So let's go ahead and let's head to aluminum casings. I'm not going to tear down what's currently there, because I want them to use up whatever bauxite is left. So basically what I'm going to do is... And I can't do that. I've got to go backwards. Sorry. I just remembered if I'm going to upgrade to a Mark III, I'm going to need another portable miner. So I want to do this first because of the amount of aluminum casings that are going to be needed, certainly for this milestone, but I'm guessing for future milestones as well. And I think it's probably a safe bet that the items that are needed for Phase 5 are probably also going to need some of these things as well. Alright, so let's do one portable miner. Okay. And then this should be full of coal. It is. Oh. Oh, good. I don't have to worry about crafting crystal oscillators. Oh, that's fantastic. That means I can go directly into the radio control units. Oh, that saves so much time. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so let me put those in there so that I don't accidentally do something. The only thing I need to look at is... Okay, so Mark 1, 2, 3. That's steel. I need to... That's right, I need to refill my steel. And then 4s. Okay, what about 4, 3, 4? Okay. Let me go get some steel beams and some encased industrial beams, just to make sure that I have some in my inventory so that I don't run into any problems with transport. That's steel pipe. Okay, here we go. Alright, we'll do that. And then encased industrial beams are in here. And we'll do that. Okay, excellent. You know what? I'm going to take that too. That should be all that I need. Now, what I think I'm gonna... I need... Oh, I need the aluminum casings for the radio control units right now. Okay. Alright. Let's head out. We're gonna go to the bauxite mine. And the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna upgrade that bauxite mine. That we're then gonna start to slowly upgrade all of the... transport from there, routing from there, and then we'll cut off the aluminum casing production and let it just consume all of the rest of the bauxite that's on the extremely long belt that's running right now, and then start putting in a completely new aluminum casing production line. So we'll start from the top and work our way down. After we wrap up the aluminum casing rework, we're going to then turn back on the iron facility and make it as efficient as possible. I don't think at this point... Well, I didn't remember there being one there. I know I cleared it, but I didn't remember there being one there. A ship there. A down ship. I know there's one around this corner, but I didn't remember there being one out there on the edge. Alright. So, this is currently a Mark II, and it's producing 240 a minute. I think the minute we move it to a Mark III, it's going to go to 360 a minute. Okay, they won't let me do that. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. That's actually good. I'll just go ahead and let all of this run. Oh. That's the first time that's happened. I've been up here before, and they've never attacked me. Actually, what are they doing here? And now... Oh, that was interesting. That's really interesting. Whoa. Wow. Okay, what changed in the game? I mean, they just materialized out of nowhere all because I removed the miner. I don't understand what just happened. I'm glad I crafted more of those. Wow. I did not think I was going to have that to worry about. Wow. Okay, I'm not the only one that doesn't see them, right? It's like they disappeared. Wow. Okay. Well, okay, here's the good news. I don't have to fight them. Bad news is it was a waste of time, but we now also huh. Okay, well, it is what it is. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. Let's just go ahead and get this rolling. So this should now be producing 480 per minute. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We don't have it powered up yet. Although I guess I should go ahead and do that. Because otherwise I'm going to have to come back up here. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, let me look at... 270 is Mark 3. Mark 4 is 480. Okay, so Mark 4 is all I really need. Okay. So here's where things get a little difficult for me. Well, maybe not. Nope, that's not going to work. Trying to figure out the easiest way to get down. Okay. Ooh, I should have gotten more encased industrial beams, I think. Alright, I think I might be able to drop down to there and be okay. Yep, okay, good. Alright, apparently I missed a piece of track. Alright, so then what I'm going to want to do is take this, run it down, and then push it out towards the water, and then we'll bring the water in from probably right in there to then run all of the aluminum production right here. There's another freaking beastie. Alright, well, let me do that now. Ooh. I don't know where these guys keep coming from. I don't have enough encased industrial beams. Did I ever get... Oh, there was a pink slug in here. That's all that there was. That's why I never cleared that area out. Okay. Where did that guy go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's not going to be happy when I start setting up this aluminum production. He's not going to be happy at all. Okay. Okay, so that's going to come down from there. Let's go ahead and set up. Alright, so this is going to have to be water. We're getting 480. We need... Alright, let me build 2 of these real quick. Okay. So if we build them like that... Okay, this is then going to produce... Here it is. No, it's this. Alumina to silica. Alumina and silica. And then aluminum scrap to water. Actually, let me double check and make sure that I know what it is that we need. Because there's a difference in requirements for aluminum casings versus aluminum sheeting. So let me put this constructor here. So we need aluminum. There it is. What the hell? Aluminum. Oh, that's right. It needs aluminum ingots. And aluminum ingots. Okay, our scrap and silica. So I have to produce the silica first. The alumina solution then goes in to produce the scrap. And then the two come together to create the aluminum ingots. The ingots then get used for the... Okay, for the casings. So, if we do that and that, we need 120 per, so we're getting 480. We are going to need 4 of these, and I don't have enough encased industrial beams for that. All right, so let's go ahead and mark this down. So we're going to need 2 more refiners for that. We're going to need refiners for, okay, hold on, aluminum scrap, which take in the solution. This produces 12 or 120 per minute. Just so that I can switch this, it's going to take in 240 per minute. But this says 4, that says 12. That says to me that I should be able to if this is producing 12 and this requires 4, it means I should be able to push these into 3. Okay. So that's that. And then that'll then get fed. We'll figure out how much aluminum, scrap, and silica is then being produced, and we'll figure out how many constructors that turns in. Well, this produces aluminum scrap. And then what produces the aluminum ingots? It's a foundry. So aluminum scrap and silica. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and build a foundry real quick. There it is. Aluminum ingots. All right, 90 and 75. So I don't know. We'll probably need 2 of these then, I would guess. And I would guess at least 2 constructors, probably 3. $60 per minute. Why do I keep doing that? The aluminum casings need 60 per minute. So yeah, however many foundries, will need the exact same number of constructors. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and run back. We need to get more stuff, especially encased industrial beams. We will clear up this stuff along the way. Another limestone deposit there, if I needed it. Okay, I can tear every bit of this down now. The aluminum casings are still being produced. The aluminum ingots are still being produced. But there's nothing coming out of these now, so I'm trying to be careful because I don't want to stop the aluminum casing production that's still underway. Okay. Oh yeah. That's going to stop some of the plastic requirements. No, 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 no. Alright, let's do this the manual way at this point so that I don't get into trouble. Yeah, this is done. Why is... Huh? I've been producing all this limestone. I haven't even been producing it the most efficiently. Oh, God. That's actually a lot of aluminum casings. That's fantastic. Okay. Let me... I probably couldn't... that's okay. Alright, so let's do that. Let me put these 3 aluminum casings in here. Alright, then we can get rid of some of this other stuff real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to completely get rid of the coal, which I'm gonna need coal at the new aluminum. What's in here? Oh, a little bit of everything. Alright, there's still more cleanup that has to be done here, but, you know, one problem at a time. That's full. Alright, these are still running. I'm going to let them still run because they've still got silica to use. And they've still got scrap to use. So yeah, I'm going to let this continue to run. But what we're going to do... Let me see, is there anything else I can kind of just put into the trash? Give myself a little bit of extra space. Because I want to take these aluminum casings with me. Okay. So we're going to head back to the hub so that we can get some more encased industrial beams. And then we'll go back and finish setting up aluminum casing production. We still have a long way to go as far as cleanup is concerned. But at the end of the day, I mean, this is all working towards the same goal, which is getting the milestones completed first, while also building out what we need, or we know we need, to produce the Phase 5 items. Okay, so let me do that. I'm going to go run these aluminum casings down to the fused modular frame. Oh, crap. Fused modular frame production. See how many we have. We've almost got the 100 that we need, so let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take the 50. Oh, hold on a minute. Never mind. There we are. All right, so we've got the 100 that we need for the matter conversion. Okay, it's still going to produce 8 more. That's fine. That means that all of the remaining aluminum casings then can go to remote control unit production. So we can go ahead and set that up and get that running. And I'll do that before we finish off the aluminum casing production facility. And that bauxite mine is producing 480 per minute. That was the first set of Mark IVs for anything that we've done, or that we've needed. Alright, so I definitely need more encased industrial beams, which are here. Let me go turn in 100 fused modular frames. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but it's done now. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead real quickly and put down a manufacturer. That should do it. Yeah. Okay. And this is going to be remote radio control units, crystal oscillators, and computers. So I need a storage unit for each of these. think I put the crystal oscillators over here. Actually, let me split that because I only need 150 or 250. I'm sorry. That's regular coal. Okay. Okay. Oh, 2 more coupons. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put... Actually, the reinforced iron plates I don't want to get rid of. They are way too important at this point. Alright, so where did they go? Okay. This is rubber. Put you in there. Okay, radio control units, aluminum casings, crystal oscillators, computers. And then you'll be aluminum casings. I did not get extra computers. Unfortunately. I'm almost positive this is nothing but versatile frameworks, but I just want to double check. Yeah, it's all versatile frameworks. Okay. Okay, do I have... I need more motors. That's fine. What happened to the motors then? Are they here? Ah, here they are. Okay. Alright, so we've got enough of everything. Alright, let's go back to aluminum production. And then the last thing that we'll do once we get everything up and running for aluminum production... Oh, crap. Hold on. We're going to have 4... Which means we're going to need it at a minimum of 2 water extractors. Probably more. Plus the copper sheeting, of which I've got 450. Okay, I think we should be good. I just want to make sure that I had enough to do the entire construction. Because we're doing 4 refiners to produce the silica. That's going to lead into 3 refiners to produce the aluminum scrap. Those 2 will then go together into a foundry to produce, actually probably 2 foundries to produce aluminum ingots. And those will each go into individual constructors to produce the aluminum casings. Oh, I missed a belt. Huh. Wonder how I did that. Not a big deal. Okay, we also need to get power. Let's see. power tower should be really, I think, all I need. I don't think I need one with a stand on it. So maybe there, and then that. Okay. Yeah, I think that should do it. Alright. First of all... Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this. Oops, I think I went... No, that's alright. Nope, too far. Yeah, I am going to definitely need to do another row. Okay. Really? Wow. That sucks. That sucks so bad. Okay, well. That sucks so bad. Alright, let's do this again. So, I think the thing to do... is run this, obviously, into a single splitter to start. Actually, that's not lined up. And it's not going to line up. I can't get it to line up perfectly, I don't think. Okay. Now, we need to split this into 4 120s. But I can't do that, so we'll do this. Okay, this will then run 240 over to here, so... Okay. So we'll put our refineries this way. Yeah, slide it forward so that I have room. Well, okay, so let's do this. I think that'll work. That way I have the water that can come from there. And then this is going to need to be a Mark II. Okay, I'm just doing lineups right now. Did I screw that up? I did. Yeah, I did. I did it wrong. Oh, as per usual. I guess I shouldn't be surprised at myself. Alright, that's input. No. Okay, and now there's room. Okay. Alright, and this one we'll do here. Okay. Alright, I've still got to get water here, but at least we're working towards something. Okay. Oop. Oh well. I don't want it to be that close. Okay. Oop. Actually, I don't need to do that. Oh, shoot. That's gonna be a problem. much is it clipping? Yeah, it's kind of clipping pretty bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. 4 refiners, all producing silica and alumina solution. And then they're going to get fed into 3 refiners. Not sure how yet. One problem at a time. So I think we're going to send water this way. So let's go ahead and do that. The other thing is, let's put, oh, they aren't lined up. Well, I'll be, okay, well, now we got to fix all of this. Okay, now we're fit. Now we're situated, I think. Oh, thankfully I actually never connected this one. Alright, now we're good. Now we're good. Alright, so these then are going to feed into 3 more refiners. I'm not exactly sure where yet. I don't know if I just want to continue this out. But let's do the water, because this is also going to require a pump. So let's start from, say, here. If I can't see the bottom floor, I should be fine. But I'm going to go out a little bit further just to be safe. Alright, so I can't do it this way. figured that was going to be allowed. Okay. Now. $17.7, 16.9, 18.3. $74.3. Excellent. Okay. Alright, and then my plan is to put a pump here. To make sure that we don't have water problems. Then, I am going to put a Mark II power right there. I'll run that from U to U, U to U. And then U to U. There we go. As long as I have them all configured properly. Okay. Alright, this is the last one. So the fact that it's getting enough water... Yeah, I think we're... the water is taking a little while to fill up, but it'll get there. Okay. So now we need to run the alumina and the silica. The silica just needs to go into a storage unit. It's the alumina that then needs to go in for scrap. So to produce aluminum scrap, it's alumina and coal. Yeah, okay. These are going to top out, and that's perfectly fine. Let me at least get the aluminum, the silica, into a storage unit, and then we're going to go back and grab a bunch of coal, because we're going to have to set up coal transport as well, which I don't think that's going to be a problem, but I'm not 100% certain, I gotta be honest. So this isn't really done yet. Alright, you know what? Just for temporary purposes, let me put a storage unit like this. And I'm going to put a merger there. And then for you, I'm just going to run you into there. That way it offloads what's in there. Even if it can't do anything with the alumina solution yet, at least it does something with the silica. And that's now running at full capacity. This is running at full capacity. Okay, good. All right, excellent. All right, so we got that part done. I'm going to need to... Oop, there's another one of these. I'm actually wondering if I don't move this to there. To get it a little bit more out of the way. Like that. Then what I can do is I can run that to that. Nope, I still can't do that. There we go. It is still a little bit better out of the way. Alright, anyway. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the next set of 3 refiners. I think I can just go ahead and take them forward, being that I moved the power tower now. Just go ahead and send everything into the 3 refiners. As I said, move the silica into storage, and then put the foundry and the constructors over here off to the side while the refiners come off this way. I think that's what I'll probably do. As I said, though, I do have to figure out how to get coal, because it's silica and coal to produce the aluminum scrap. So we do still have some work to do to finish that up, and we're not going to be able to do it in this episode. But this has been a big move forward. The other great thing is I'm going to be able to come back here and grab all of this aluminum to... Oh, never mind. That's... God, that scared the crap out of me. That was the silica. So we can get rid of these. That's done. That's done. Okay. Take as much of that aluminum casing as I can. We'll clear the rest of this out later. Because what I'm going to do is on the return trip in the next episode, which I'll be recording tomorrow, I'm going to grab as much of this coal as I can so that we can get things running. And then we'll need to set up a new transport route from the waterfall to the new aluminum facility. Which really shouldn't be that big of a deal, because we've already got a route running from there over to the aluminum facility that's creating the cooling systems, among other, as well as heat sinks and aluminum sheeting and all that kind of stuff. So it really shouldn't be that big of a deal, more than just another truck, a truck stop, and that's it. And then setting the route. So it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's get these up and running. Come on, get out of my inventory. Okay. Ooh. And then this will need to go into a storage unit. And I think this has got power. Yeah, it's already got power. Yeah, we should be good. And it'll only create... Oh, I forgot to grab more computers. Shoot. Yeah, so it's only going to craft 25 of them right now. Let's go grab some more computers. This is great. That way this way we will have one aluminum facility for aluminum sheeting, heat sinks, and cooling systems, and one aluminum facility for nothing but aluminum casings. And considering how many are needed for construction in each item, I think that's probably the right ratio, or the right setup. Computers are here. There's only 50, so I need... Sorry, just looking around, keeping an eye on things. I am going to be very careful this time about how the alumina that's being produced is distributed. Because if I don't have to, I don't want to have to put in the... turning alumina into packaged alumina and sending it to the awesome sink if I don't have to. I mean, I will, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to if I don't have to. Anything else I can put in here? Those I can take over to the other location. Okay, I think that'll do it for now. I'm going to wrap up by taking that alien meat that I just created and turning it into protein. Oh, that's right. I do tend to just go ahead and turn it into DNA now. I had forgotten about that. There we go. Alright, that's better. Yeah, so we've got all this coal in here. We can take all of that, get any excess that's left over at the old facility, and then just put it into a storage unit initially while we set up the truck route. That way production is going ahead and running. But yeah, I think it's the aluminum ingots. Yeah, the aluminum ingots is scrap. And silicon. Okay, it's the aluminum scrap that's the coal. So it's coal in alumina solution. Gets turned into aluminum scrap. So that's the one where we want to get as much coal in there as possible, even if it's just running from storage to get things started. And then we can set up a truck route. The key is going to be, though, is not interfering. Actually, I just remembered, it won't interfere with the route that's running to the heatsink facility, because the heatsink facility is getting it via drone. I don't think we're going to be able to do that, though. I think we're going to have to do it with a truck in order to get enough coal. Yeah, we'll have to see. That'll be a problem for the next episode. As always, I hope you've been enjoying the content. If you have, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. And we're going to keep powering forward. We should be able to clear the matter conversion milestone in the next episode and hopefully get the new aluminum casing facility up and running, and then we'll come back here and turn back on the iron facility and get it up to efficiency standards, if you will, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. Talk to you soon.